So welcome to the tutorial for beginners on how to play Head of Hey Jujutsu Shenanigans. Now, I gotta be honest guys, this game is a little bit tricky for beginners if you don't watch the anime or you don't know what you're doing. Now for me, this was a very tricky game to get used to and I'm still pretty terrible, but I know a little bit more than beginners. So what I'm gonna do in this video is show you guys how you can start the game as beginners and how you can get a little bit better. So first of all, you need to know that there are many different characters. When you start in the video, you probably will be the honored one and then you'll get some basic stuff. Now, if you don't watch the anime, it's completely up to you which character you choose. Just think of it as a hero with many different abilities. Now, one of the first abilities you're going to need to know is not one of the four that are here, but it's your Q. So your Q is basically a dash, and this allows you to dash out of the way, okay? Now, this is going to be useful when you are in the middle of a stun, okay? So if an enemy is just completely, destroying you, press Q and you'll be able to escape that, and you'll be able to dodge stuff. So especially if you see an enemy coming towards you, you'll be able to dodge, okay? Q. Or you'll be able to queue that way, okay? Now, the cooldown, I think, is maybe 2 or 3 seconds, depending on the hero that you do have. And I'm staying purposefully out of the way, okay? Because it can get very, very chaotic, okay? So it's important to know that the Q is going to be one of your key abilities, okay? Now, your second key ability that you'd be wanting to use is your F, okay? Now, this is a block, okay? So if someone tries to attack you, this is what you do if you don't want to be attacked or you're not ready, okay? Press F. This is going to block anyone from coming straight at you. It's going to be super, super useful for future use because trust me, guys, there are tons and tons of people that are going to be attacking you, okay? So F, this is what you're going to want to use. This is just blocking you. Every now and again, you're going to want to use this to block incoming damage. So if someone's trying to melee you, oftentimes you'll see them do this. Usually they'll have 2 hands. I mean, if I switch heroes here and I do F, you'll see this is what you'll usually see. So this is what you see. So if you see an enemy doing this, this means that they're blocking and your thing's not going to go do. So I'm swapping too quickly. Let me swap back to the one that you're going to get, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to walk away from this chaos, okay? Because I don't want to be anywhere near the chaos, okay? Hopefully no one challenges me. But, okay, well, there's someone over there. Hopefully I really don't want to challenge them. Let's just queue away over to here so I can continue to make this tutorial video. So now that you can see the characters over there, the next thing is, of course, your 1, 2, 3 abilities, okay? Now, your basic abilities are your melees. So if you see someone, you can melee them just like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see, well, and then at the 4th attack, you will basically destroy some of the environment, okay? So it's completely up to you how you want to use your melees. But most people use their melees from what I see to engage or if your cooldowns are down. So you can see your melees are there. And another thing that you can do as well, other than just using it to, break down walls and stuff like that, is you do have an ability, if I can just manage to get through this, honestly. And something that's really funny that I find is that you can actually pick up certain objects, okay? So you can't pick up just random things, but you can pick up chairs. So if you're in a building, you can pick up a chair and smash it on someone's head. It is pretty fun to do that. I know that most of you guys don't know that, but it is pretty fun to do that. So if you're in a building that does have chairs, pick up the chair, smash it on someone's head. So I'm going to show you guys that now. So you can see here, this building has chairs. I can pick this up if I click this, and then I can just boom, I can smash it on someone's head, okay? Super fun, super fun. I could just boom. So if you ever get smashed into this, don't forget you can just pick up this chair and you can just smack it on the head. It's super useful. Most people don't realize this as well. So another thing as well that you can do in this game is, of course, use your abilities. Now we're going to get onto the actual abilities. So we've got onto the movement. Another thing that, so there is an ability, a small ability that I think has a cooldown. So if you're near a building and you hold the space bar, you do get to jump off. So if you hold space bar, like you're running near a building, you do get to jump off. That ability does have I think a 5-second cooldown. So you can't do it infinitely. So if you're running in a building, boom, space, and then you can jump off, okay? That's another quick tip as well, okay? So you know the basics, you know how to block, you know how to jump, you know how to queue to get out of the way, and of course, this is going to be useful. So, of course, I would recommend, if you haven't watched the animes, just test out your abilities. Now, for me, I don't know if beginners want to do this, but for me, this setting actually helped me a lot. So in the setting, there is a control that is called auto use, okay? And this means that you're going to automatically use the skill when pressing the keys. Now, it's depending on your playstyle, but for me, I turn this off because what it means is that the ability simply attacks the player. So let me show you guys on the abilities. Now, I don't know what the community is going to say about this, but just for me, as a beginner, this is what I found to be easy. So if I click 1, okay, this is my first ability, but I can't use it because I need a target. But if I click 2, I can just use that, and it's going to automatically use that in the direction I'm standing at, okay? So if I'm in this direction and I want to use my other ability, this is where it's going to be. So for example, you have 4 different abilities. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would say, guys, manage your cooldowns, because if you don't manage your cooldowns, you're going to be in a serious situation. So for example, what I can do here is I can, let's say my reversal red, if I just press 2, you can see it's just going to go in the direction I'm standing. However, if I do have this setting on and I click controls and I click auto use, skills when pressing keys, and that's off now, usually if I'm in the middle of a fight, I'll have to, press first, and then it would be in the direction of where I actually wanted to go. So for me, if you're having trouble, try turning this off. It does help a bit because you do have to, it allows you to press it and then, engage. Okay. So for example, the twofold kick, if I just press it, it's automatically going to kick in the way that I'm looking. And you can see reversal red. Boom, immediately it brings me down into here. So for me, I like to have this off. And then, of course, guys, you can start having fun. And when you do have fun, if you ever want to use your R or your special, and of course, you can use G to awaken, once you have your ability. So once you play this game for enough time, you will eventually have your, abilities unlock. You'll have the bar go all the way up. And then you'll sometimes see other people doing their domain expansions and their ultimate abilities. Now, it's completely up to you who you want to play. But I would say if you're a beginner, try out this dummy first. So for example, reversal red, I'm going to use that on the dummy, and then rapid punches, I'm going to see what it does for the dummy. And then of course you can then test out different things as well. Okay. For example, like all the different things that you want. Okay. So for example, I test out the, laps 1, I test out all my different things, and now that dummy is completely destroyed. Guys, if this helped you out, try to find this dummy and practice your combos, and then you'll be able to do a lot better. But it's completely up to you on what you want to do. Guys, it's completely up to you. Try the setting on or off to see if it actually makes effect, but it's up to you. I would say as a beginner, just use the dummy and then see what combos you can mash together. And of course, if you have a specific character, guys, you can change your character, and it's completely up to you. Okay. For now, I'm just literally messing around with the dummy. And guys, if some players are really, really good, because some of these guys are super, super good, the skill gap in this game is super high, just run away from them. Genuinely, just run away from them. I changed the vessel, and every character has different abilities, and it's super fun. So one of the things that you're going to want to do as well is once you start to get a little bit better at the game, your bar will go up, and eventually, as you begin to fight people, you're going to be able to basically get your ultimate ability. Okay. So now your ultimate ability is easily castable. So you basically have G. That is the G ability. I think it's either G or R. And your G is going to basically do something called domain expansion. And I'm going to show you guys in a moment exactly what domain expansion is, okay? So once your bar's filled up, they got this thing called domain expansion, and you basically teleport them to a single domain where your abilities are much better than theirs, and they kind of have to defend themselves. Honestly, this is what happens when the screen goes white. Usually you'll see a cutscene, and then the screen will flash, and then you're in a different realm. Now, of course, if you watch the anime, you'll know exactly what the character's ability do and how it moves. But if you don't, it's going to be a little bit confusing. So I'd recommend using all of the different players so that you can understand the abilities you're up against. Just an anime game, and your health bar is in the top right hand corner, guys, as well. So if you're wondering, you can literally join any fight. You can see people fighting around. You can join. It's basically like a free for all. Okay. So it's super, super weird. And it's completely up to you on what you want to do. Okay. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? And so, yeah, if you guys have any questions, of course, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I will be responding to every comment, trying to help you guys get better at this game. Of course, it's not the easiest game to get, good at really quickly. So just take your time with it, keep watching videos and tutorials and stuff. And of course, the more you play, the more you will learn how to play this game. So if you enjoyed the video, I'll see you guys in the next one.